Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. Happy Friday Eve.
You and Fish to this day are the only two people that celebrate that.
No, that's so not
in
true.
all of the United States.
And it's not even celebrating anything. It's just, it's a day. It's Friday Eve. That's just what you call it. It makes the weekend a little bit more sweet.
No, it doesn't. Fish, how are you, buddy? He's dead. Terry, good morning. How are you, man? What? Terry's not here? Great. Great start. All right. Swear to God, I'm killing somebody in the next 5 minutes. All right.
Oh, my God.
Miggy's one hit shy of 3,000 hits.
Yes.
And that is unbelievably amazing. We're so happy for him. 3 hits yesterday against the New York Yankees. Holy hell. He was about to do it. Came up just short in the 4th at bat.
I know.
Good. All
he
good.
wanted it so bad, too.
All good. Fun fact. Miguel Cabrera, his 1,000th hit was a home run. His 2,000th hit was a home run. And who knows? Is number 3,000 a home run? We'll have to wait and see. But very excited. I mean, this came a lot sooner than expected. Obviously, we have a ton of people down there enjoying the game today. That'll be nice to see. But damn, like, you know when life comes at you quick? I think we've all had one of these moments in life. I was not prepared yesterday for a Miguel Cabrera countdown. I just was not.
Well, you should be.
I'm finishing up work. He's got a hit. All right, cool. Head down to the company event. All right, he's got 2 hits. Oh, really?
He only needs 2 more at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. He's 2 for 2. He's not going 4 for 4 tonight. Here we go. 3 for 3. Things getting edgier. I start looking at my phone. Heart rate goes up.
4 for 4. Strike
I'm not
out.
ready for it,
Ouch.
and he strikes out.
Yeah, ouch.
But it's okay. Today, I am fully invested and ready for Miguel Cabrera to hit.
Is he
number
starting today?
3,000.
Is he starting
Of course he
today?
is.
Okay. Well, it's a stupid question, but I
course he
just
is.
want to make sure he's starting.
And they should move him up in the lineup.
Well,
I want
don't
to see
think
him
they
do it in the
that.
first inning. F it. No drama. Put him, maybe not first, but put him third.
Line him up. First batter.
Put him third in the lineup.
They still have a baseball game to win. I hope you know that. It's not all about him hitting his 3,000. They still
Well,
got to win
even
a
if he
baseball
hit
game.
the 3,000th hit yesterday, they would have lost.
Well,
Fish, yeah. I mean, Miguel Cabrera was doing everything in his power.
He carried the team yesterday.
Look, as a hitter individually, unless you're going yard in a game, it's very difficult for you to impact it. And even if you get multiple hits, it's not in your hands, Fish, as a hitter, that there's runners in scoring position. That's just not a thing.
I know.
So, yeah, look, he's going to get number 3,000. The Tigers are, 4-6?
Yep.
They're going to be just fine.
Yep.
They're going to beat the Yankees
But
today.
Adam.
They're going to move to 5-6. And I'm going to have middle fingers for a lot of people.
They're really bad.
They're playing pretty decent
They
baseball.
are playing decent.
And look, the whole league is struggling to hit the ball right now. So, like, 1, let's not overreact. 2, let's understand that we are watching history.
We are.
This man will only hit his 3,000th hit 1 time.
Yeah.
You can choose whether or not you want to be a part of that experience. You can choose whether or not that is important for you to watch. But, Fish, do you remember where you were for his 2,000th hit?
I do not. Should I be remember? I remember
I'm just
where
asking.
I remember where I was for his 500th home run. I was sitting on the couch watching him hit his 500th home run in a country that you love, Adam, Canada. August 22nd, 2021, Toronto, Canada. Hit it into the bullpen, so he didn't even hit it into the stands, so no one caught the baseball. But he hit it into the bullpen. But I think Miguel Cabrera will hit it today. I hope. And all you Tiger idiots out there, they're fine. They're playing the Yankees, White Sox, Red Sox. All 3 of those teams could make it to the World Series. So just
Attaboy, Fish.
calm down and understand that even though the Tigers' record's 4-6, they play 162 games. So they still have a chance to get 82 wins.
Well, everybody at
They'll
home.
be fine.
We're not going to call them
They'll be
idiots right
fine.
now, right? We're going to
Coming from you?
we're going to be gentlemen today, Fish, right? We're going to take the higher road here.
Coming from you.
And I'm already angry this morning,
Oh,
so
that's
I don't
great.
want to add fuel to the fire. But whatever. We're just going to move on. Okay? Today, 8:45, we'll have which Detroit rookie would you prefer over the next 10 to 14 years? That's going to be exciting.
Ooh, that's going to be exciting.
And then at 9 o'clock, top of the hour, guys, you know it. It's Thursday. Tuesday, Thursdays from now
Friday
on are
Eve.
dedicated to all of you at home. Fan mock drafts. Make sure you're submitting them now
Yeah.
throughout the show. You can tweet them to Maddy. You can email them to Maddy. Maddy, feel free to put the email in the chat. And Maddy will submit them all to Alex, and we'll get through as many as we can in that 15, 16-minute stretch. But Terry, good morning. How are you, man?
Good morning. You know, I can't wait for the draft because I am so sick of this mock draft stuff. Enough already. Let's get the draft going. Let's let Thursday come. But you know what, about the Tigers, can we go back to the Sparky Anderson theory of let's wait for 40 games, see what the team is. That's how you can make a judgment on the team. So I don't want to panic yet, but I understand 4-6. People don't like it, but you know, the Tigers have to hit, and so does the rest of Major League Baseball. I mean, I think this is a baseball problem, and so the Tigers could hit a little bit more. But
Yeah, I
Mickey
think-
hopefully gets 2,000 today.
Absolutely. I think baseball fans overreacting to a 4-6 start is the equivalent of your football team losing a preseason game and you throwing in the towel for the rest of the season.
Preseason.
Am I off on that, Terry?
No, but you know what? It happens there, brother. People panic over preseason games. It happens in this town. And, I mean, for instance, when the Lions went 0-16, what were they doing the preseason? 4-0. And people overreacted the other way.
They did.
So baseball is one of those sports where no matter who you are, there's going to be a 10, 15 game stretch where you just are subpar, and maybe the Tigers are getting it out the way. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, no problems with that. Spencer Torkelson last night, 2 walks. Again, I think he's having good at-bats. Yes, he's, sub 220, I believe, right now. He's batting like 206, 210. Not the end of the world. This is a kid, if he bats anything over 260, 270, I think I'd be okay with it. He's taking, I would say, a professional at-bats, Terry. And when I look at the kid compared to Miguel Cabrera, obviously, who right now has all the pressure in the world on him to hit his 3,000th hit, I see a kid that's handling the show so far very well. And what I would say is, Terry, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Miggy's history, but his 1,000th hit was a home run. His 2,000th hit was a home run. Are we going to see hit number 3,000 also be a home run? I want to say Derek Jeter also hit his 3,000th hit was a home run, if I remember correctly. So,
Yeah, you know, possible, but Miggy is just saying, let me just get my hits. Let me be a complete batter here. And so he's not going for the fences right now. And plus, you know, his home runs are few and far between right now. So I think Miguel Cabrera he's not pressing. I think hitting 6 is doing well for him. Although I would shake it up today. I'd put him in the 3 spot. Because 1, the team is not hitting. B, he's hitting, and you don't know how long that's going to last. And I'd like to see him get as many opportunities today as possible to get hit number 3,000 so we could just move on from it and just focus on Tiger baseball.
absolutely. My question to you, Terry, is they're finishing up the series with the Yankees on tonight, actually. And then they open up a series this weekend against the Rockies at home. The Rockies are a pretty decent baseball team. This, again, White Sox, Red Sox, the Yankees. These are some damn good teams. The Rockies, a good team in the NL.
The Royals, who's in your division.
Who you probably would have beat 3-1 had that game not gotten delayed. So they've beaten the team they're supposed to beat, the teams that maybe you want to flip a coin on, or you can just acknowledge they are probably further along the way than the Detroit Tigers. They've competed with at least. Even if they walk away, Terry, this weekend, they lose 2 out of the 3 games, and they don't even win tonight, and they're 6-10. Is there a Monday morning panic, or again, are we on the chill the hell out? They've played, of the 16 games, 13 of them against very good baseball teams. Everyone shut the hell up. Are we on the same page there?
Well, are you asking what should happen or what will happen?
I'd say both.
What will happen is there will be there's going to be panic. You will have to talk about the Tigers on Monday, because if you're talking about 16 games and they're 6-10 and they have a bad weekend, that's going to result in a lot of panic. Now, my theory on the Tigers, if they can be around 500 after the first 35 games, which are pretty tough, they could make some noise. I do not think this is a playoff team, but this is a team that could finish second in this division. But the gauntlet comes early for these guys, and then hopefully, it gets easier in June and July, and I expect them to win more games. But living in this town and know how people react, because they have expectations for the Tigers this year for the first time in many years. So yes, there will be panic. And if you don't agree with people that there should be panic, they'll probably beat you up. So you have to be very, very careful how you react.
All right, well, some other history going around just in sports in general. Alex Ovechkin, a record-tying 9th 50-goal season. That is insane. When he came into the league was about the time where I could start remembering sports probably on a more consistent basis, and here I am all this time later, Terry, and this guy's still lighting up the lamp. It's unbelievable. So congratulations to Alex Ovechkin. And other news around the league, Deebo Samuel obviously requesting to be traded.
Adam, he's coming to the Lions.
And Terry, one of those teams are the Detroit Lions. But before we do get into it, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, Deebo Samuel to the Detroit Lions. Should the Lions make a move? Should they pursue him with the draft capital they have this year? I'll tell you what I believe they should do, and Terry as well, after Maddy tells everybody at home about Cintron.
Yes, Cintron. Big news. Cintron's now available in select Kroger stores. So visit the store locator on CintronWorld.com to find out where you can buy that Cintron at your local Kroger. They currently have a 2 for $4 special. Be sure to try Cintron Cranberry. It's the best tasting sparkly energy drink you'll find. Cintron is also available in classic and sugar-free. It's the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings, the Tigers, the Detroit City FC, and proud partner with the Pistons as well. Be sure to go buy Cintron at select Krogers and support the brand that cares so much about Detroit sports. Drink it, live it with Cintron.
Hi, I'm Kay Cunningham. Working with Hall Financial to purchase my first home was easier than I could have ever imagined. They treated me like family from start to finish. Find out for yourself at callhallfirst.com.
32 teams, 7 rounds, 224 young men who today are about to become players in the National Football League. A day where lives are changed, fates are decided, dynasties are born, and the clock is always ticking.
Draft day in Detroit. A time of hope, a time of wonder, and a time for Detroit Lions fans to act like it's the friggin' Super Bowl. Join Woodward Sports and hundreds of other diehard Lions fans for our NFL draft party and live stream from the Brass Rail Detroit. All your favorite and not so favorite Woodward Sports people will be there. Adham, Terry, Neil, D-Mac, Braylon, Ryan, the heavyweights, NFL scout Scott Bischoff, Maz, Stick, Jeff Maddy, Joey, and more. Come join us at the Brass Rail Thursday, April 28th from 7 p.m. until pick number 32. See you downtown for Draft Day with Woodward Sports. Brought to you by Syntron, Gypsy Vodka, and Planet Fitness.
Well, as you know, it's never too early to talk about what you're going to have for lunch. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting some fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken from Wing Snob. They've got the best traditional wings. Try out their signature sauces, Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. Their wings are tossed to perfection in any sauce that you may choose. When the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. Order online now at wingsnob.com. Wing Snob, we just have better wings.
Oh, football and wings. How do you not?
Fish and kill you one of these days.
And you know what, guys? I had a very critical moment last night.
Uh-oh.
My wife wanted wings in the worst way. Ooh. And the place she wanted the wings from was closed.
Oh.
So I went to Wing Snob.
Hell yeah, you did.
And I got her honey barbecue, and then she likes plain also.
Okay.
So I'm not allowed to see her because she has COVID. So I put the wings up in front of the door, and knocked on the door, and ran downstairs. So if she didn't like the wings, she would tell me right away. Now this is a woman that when she eats wings, there's absolutely no meat left on the bone. She sucks it dry. And so about 9 o'clock last night, she said, "Babe, these wings were great." And she said, "This was better than the place that I like." I said, "Well, I told you, I never steer you wrong."
Let's clap that for Dr. Fauci, everybody.
Dr. Fauci, it's
Just
funny.
me?
Dr. Fauci did not want me to get COVID, but she gets it.
That's how the world works.
Stuff happens. But
Fair
anyway,
enough.
I want to thank Wing Snob because that was critical for me, because if the wings stunk, I would be hearing about it for the rest of my life.
My
But they were
favorite,
great.
my favorite that they have is the Cajun. The Cajun wings, they're so good. Anyways.
Are they spicy? I'm not a spicy guy.
Oh, they're spicy.
I can't handle it.
Fair enough. Well, look, Deebo Samuel requests a trade yesterday. And obviously the Lions, as you'd expect, are thrown into the market. The Lions, Terry, as some people would say, should give up the first-round pick at number 32. And hell, they should trade number 34 for Deebo Samuel. I'll tell you what, Detroit. I'll tell you exactly what to do. This is not hard. This is not complicated. Listen up. Open up your ears. And listen very carefully, because I will only say this once. Deebo Samuel is 26 years old. His first 2 years, he struggled to find any level of consistency in the NFL. And, of course, in his third year under Kyle Shanahan, I don't want to call him a gadget player, but as somebody that lined up in many, 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 many positions, he was very successful last year and was a big part of why they were able to get to the NFC Championship game. All right, fine. I got the compliments out of the way. Now into the reality of the situation. Detroit, you should not give up the first pick or the 34th pick or anything for Deebo Samuel. Why? Brad Holmes has spent now a year and a half working on fixing this disaster of a salary cap situation. And you want him to trade for a wide receiver that isn't a deep threat. That is, I would say, again, I don't want to criticize him and say he's a gadget player. I think he's very talented. But you have someone that can develop it maybe into a very similar role in Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is on a rookie contract. If you trade the 32nd pick, what you're telling me is that you're willing to pay Deebo Samuel $25 to $30 million annually to line up in the backfield? Well, reports are he doesn't want to be used as a running back because of the wear and tear on his body. All right, well, dude, you're not Cooper Kupp. You're not Devontae Adams. You're none of these players, and you've yet to prove that you can be one of those guys. So, trade for him with caution. I wouldn't give up the 32nd overall pick. I wouldn't give up the 34th overall pick. That's a deal I am passing on. You're going to have to give him top 5 wide receiver money. And wide receivers right now in the NFL are the third highest paid positional group on average. Wide receivers are getting paid. A.J. Brown's getting a new contract. Deebo Samuel getting a new contract. Devontae Adams got paid. These guys are getting paid. Detroit, you're not ready to fork up $25, $30 million to a wide receiver who's had one good year in 3 years and has had health issues. And on top of that, you're not going to use him, and he does not want to be used in the way that made him successful and dynamic last year. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
And you know what?
Go
It's
ahead.
funny. But you know what? We would have a huge argument today if not for one thing. When he said he didn't want the slash label anymore, I was like, oh, damn. That's what made him Deebo Samuel. That's what made him attractive. So, I'm sure San Francisco's like, okay, dude, you want to be a different player, then we will trade you and let you go. With that said, I might be willing to trade the 34 pick for him, but it's probably going to take two draft picks and somebody else to nab him. But I'm not willing to go multiple draft picks because, he doesn't want to be a slash guy. The guy that I saw last year, the guy that I looked at and said, man, this dude is rough, he doesn't want to be that guy anymore. So the problem with the NFL often is you are paying guys for what they used to be. You're paying guys because they won a Super Bowl somewhere else. They won it in San Francisco, LA, or whatever. And now I think Deebo Samuel, he's already telling you, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be somebody else, and I want to come in for the same price. So our battle is muted today, brother. Because once he made that decision, I'm backing down. But if he was still willing to be slash, I would say, what the hell? Why not take a chance? The Lions
You can say why not
always
take a
play
chance,
safe.
but I'll tell you what. Again, I'm a big believer in Ben Johnson, Terry. I think that this offense is going to take a step forward this year. But Kyle Shanahan is the most brilliant offensive-minded head coach in the NFL. I would say only Andy Reid challenges him. I don't know if Ben Johnson is capable of that. I don't know if he's capable. Well, actually, not that I don't know. I know for sure he won't be that this year. Could he develop into it? Absolutely. But, boy, those are some long shot odds. And if Kyle Shanahan found these type of ways, along with Mike McDaniel in San Francisco, to get that slash production out of Deebo Samuel. And now he wants, even if he wanted to stay as a hybrid, well, this is the first year he was used like this. So now I have 17 games to go back and look how he was used. Were they deception plays? Was he used in motion a lot? How many times did he line up in the backfield? And teams would be, I would say, much more prepared. And on top of it, you're going to line him up on the perimeter. Good luck. Good luck, Terry. It's not going to work. It just isn't going to work, whether he was a slash player or not, especially at a $24, $25, $26 million annual price figure. I think that's ridiculous. And again, Brad Holmes has signed many players to one-year deals. He is fixing one of the biggest issues this football team has had, which is their salary cap. And you're going to trade a fifth-year option rookie contract at number 32 overall, possibly, for what? A guy that'll get you, what, 1,200, 1,300 yards? Amon-Ra St. Brown was on pace down the stretch to have a 1,400-yard season. Had he played in the second half the way he did in the first half like he did in the second half of the season. And that kid was drafted in the 4th round. Michael Thomas, 2nd-round pick. Devontae Adams, 3rd-round pick. Cooper Kupp, 3rd-round pick. Stephon Diggs, 3rd-round pick. Wide receivers.
There's a big difference, though.
Go ahead.
Big difference, though. Deebo Samuel was getting 1,400 yards in clutch situations. He was playing for something. Amon St. Brown was not playing for anything. He was on a 3-13-1 team. So I would say that the yards that Samuel put up were more impressive than what the yards that Amon St. Brown would have put up. Simply because it's clutch time football, something we're not used to around here. But I'm a little surprised at you because you come on here every day, Ben Johnson, that's a bad mofo. And now you're saying that he couldn't unlock the greatness of Deebo Samuel if he came here to Detroit. If Deebo came here and wanted to be the slash guy, it's not brain surgery, brother. I think Ben Johnson is smart enough, creative enough to come up with a game plan that could make Deebo Samuel effective, to make him.
Look, I'm not saying he wouldn't be effective under them, but come on, there are levels to this. Ben Johnson is not Andy Reid. He's not Sean McVay. He's not Kyle Shanahan. He's unproven. And as much as I love the kid, he's got a lot to prove. And yes, wow, giving him a shiny toy. Wow, Terry, who could you draft at 32 that would be better than Deebo Samuel? You know what? You're probably right. This year, I'm probably not getting a player better than Deebo Samuel. I'm not just thinking about this year. The Lions aren't a 12-win football team this year. They still need a ton of help, Terry. And it would be, in my opinion, very irresponsible to go 24, 25 million on a guy who, in his first year, played 15 games. His second year, played 7 games. His third year, 16 games. And last year, his catch rate was the lowest it's ever been. So a guy that was making big plays, yes, was making big plays because I believe one of the greatest offensive systems the league has. And Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers. Again, I don't want to discredit the player. He's super talented, athletic. But that, I believe, is a situation of, man, that guy benefited from where he was, Terry. Not so much he was that guy coming out of college. We're not talking about a Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase, a guy that's an impact player coming out of the draft. What's the difference?
So you don't want to disrespect the player, but you want to disrespect the coaching staff. You're saying they can't figure it out.
I'm not saying.
I know we've talked about this. This is a young man's league as a player and young man's league for coaching staff. I really believe they would be able to figure Deebo out. But, one more time, I don't have a leg to stand on because if he's saying I only want to be a wide receiver, I'm out.
Yeah, look, we're going to agree there. If he only wants to be a wide receiver, hell no. But I'm still no, even if he's willing to be a hybrid. Because, again, everybody's talking about his ability to play on the field. That's great. That's great. All right, you trade the number 32 overall pick for a 26-year-old wide receiver. He's still very young. He's got a lot of years left in the league. Well, if I'm not getting him for the slash hybrid position, well, he may play in the league longer. But let's say I'm extending him for a 4 or 5 year deal, $25 million a year. I am absolutely taking a complete dump on all the work I've done in the last year and a half. And to be honest with you, I don't believe Deebo Samuel is looking to come to a situation where he's going to be on a losing team because, well, welcome to the NFL. He's not getting a fully guaranteed contract. And I wouldn't fully guarantee his contract. I wouldn't even come close to some of the top wide receivers. Again, what team is going to be willing to pay for him? We'll see. I don't believe that's the Lions. I don't think they should do it. And everybody wanting him, good luck. I'm not paying him $25, $30 million a year. He's not that guy. He just isn't. And in a draft class last year, where you can see players like Jalen Waddle, Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, players come out and produce instantly. CeeDee Lamb the year prior, Justin Jefferson. Come on, guys. This is a bit much. We're talking about a player that never came near 1,000 yards in a single season receiving up until last year. And it was an all-time year in targets, an all-time low in catch rate, 6 touchdowns receiving, 8 touchdowns rushing the ball. I'm sorry. He is a great flex player. I think he has tremendous value in San Francisco. And any team that trades for him, I think we're getting a good football player, not the Detroit Lions. A big pass for me. And you talked about me criticizing or not believing in the coaching staff. Yeah, nobody on this roster has proven they are Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid, or Sean McVay, or Matt LaFleur. Nobody has. So until they do, Terry, yeah, why the hell am I going to say, oh, plug and play Deebo Samuel? They're going to do just as good of a job as the greatest offensive-minded play caller in the NFL. Come on.
Yesterday you were talking about how great Ben Johnson was, so I thought maybe you thought that could be the guy.
I'm talking about how great he can be. Yeah, the kid has a lot of potential, and that's where the league is going. The league is going towards young, offensive-minded, innovative people, and I believe Ben Johnson can be one of them. That doesn't mean he is right now.
You're falling for the trap. This is not brain surgery. And I know Kyle Shanahan and all these guys, Andy Reid, yes, they have a reputation for being great offensive minds, but they also have talent. They have talent that helps them. Talent trumps everything.
I'm not sure what talent we're talking about in San Francisco. What I see is a scheme that works tremendously, a zone run scheme that teams will never be able to figure out. Why, I still don't know to this day. Deebo Samuel, the only wide receiver on that football team. George Kittle injured a majority of the season. A running back by committee. They don't even have a feature back. They throw in a rookie last year, and he does the same thing the guy that was playing there for 2-3 years was doing. No, I think there's a big difference. Andy Reid, fine, yes, talent, tons of talent. But with Kyle Shanahan, again, this is a guy that has made Deebo Samuel a ton of money moving forward. And I think there's going to be a fan base and a team that's going to be disappointed when they get this player, realizing, well, if we can't line him up in the backfield, I'm not sure why the hell we're playing him.
Well, there's a very good chance he can end up in Green Bay with LaFleur and in Aaron Rodgers. So there's a good chance we could see Deebo Samuel tearing up the Lions twice a year. So that could be the offshoot.
Again, if he's not going to line up in the backfield and be a gadget player and run deception and run bubble screens and run end arounds, yeah. No, not interested, number one. And number two, even if he did, are the Lions in a situation, Terry, like the Packers are, where they're going all in to win right now? No, I don't believe that's the case. They still need a ton of talent. And to consider trading the 32nd and 34th pick, who could be two starters on your football team this year, for a wide receiver that you've already proven you can get one in the 4th round, who is in his 2nd year now. You've seen Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. All these young wide receivers now are coming into the league and finding instant success. Why? Because you can't touch them. I'm not sure why Deebo Samuel.
All right, Cool Breeze, there's one thing you can't do now. When he comes into Ford Field in a Green Bay Packers uniform and tears the Lions up for 12 catches for 189 yards, you can't come on here and say, damn, how come the Lions didn't get this guy?
I'm not that kind of guy. He can do that, and I'd have no problem with it. No problem. Not for the Lions. Fair enough. Fair enough.
If you do that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set your shoes on fire. Not going to allow it.
I can't wait. We got to head to break. When we get back, former Red Wings worker Al Sabatka fired for peeing in a drain. I have so many questions about this. We'll get to it in about 30 seconds when we get back. Red Wings worker Al Sabatka. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings, proud partners of the Detroit Pistons, and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
Sticker Genius, the official sticker sponsor of the Woodward Sports Network. If we could cut to Fisher running across the room, please. Sticker Genius put together this beautiful wrap for our Planet Fitness studios here at the Woodward Sports Network. They did a phenomenal job with it. And when it comes to stickers, and signage, think Sticker Genius. Visit their website at stickergenius.com and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you. Fish, you can get the hell out of here. Thank you.
What would we do without Fish?
All right. Terry, pissing in a drain. From the people I've talked to, it seems that this was a decision that they've been wanting to make for a long time. Tell me if that's true or false. And also, yes, he was caught peeing in a drain. Why? I don't know what kind of bladder issues you have, but that doesn't seem like the best choice.
So he does, though.
He does have a disability.
I suppose he has
a medical
bladder
condition.
issues.
So,
but you know what? It's a bad look for an organization. Al Sabaka is very popular in this town. He's very popular in that dressing room. Why? In the first place, let's forget the pissing incident. Why do you want to get rid of this guy? Now, Al Sabaka got in trouble for swinging the octopus at first. Then everybody liked it, and they're like, hey, let's do it again. Let's keep doing it. I don't understand what Al Sabaka could be doing where the wings wire him. Is he hitting people with a Zamboni? Is he beating up people in the corridors? Talked to Al Sabaka several times. This seems like just a nice dude. Just a guy that you like to invite over for the picnic. Oh, and by the way, he was popular with the players because he does his annual barbecue, which everybody loves. I don't understand things in sports sometimes. You know what this reminds me? This reminds me of De'Veon Smith being cut by the Pittsburgh Maulers for wanting
eating
pizza
a pizza
instead of chicken salad. Just stupid things that happen in sports. But dealing with organizations and everything, they want you to think they're the smartest people in the world, and they're not. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said despite the success of the Wings, that the Wings organization is almost, not quite, but almost as dysfunctional as the Detroit Lions. But they've got key people in the right places. They brought in the right players, and they've been able to overcome some incompetence. And I think we're seeing some incompetence here by firing Al Sabaka, who's a very popular guy. I think it's stupid.
Honestly, Terry, if I saw you peeing in the hallway and you had bladder issues, I'd probably fire you too.
Have you seen the drain? All right. My understanding is the place where he peed. You know, Joe Louis has all kinds of drains. I think the drain that he peed in is behind a curtain. Yes, you could go back there and check him out if you wanted to, but it was behind a curtain. It's right off the ice, and so he peed.
He was like between two Zambonis.
I still think
whatever.
it's inappropriate.
It was an
There's a live
employee
event
that
going
saw
on.
him, and it's like the only people allowed in this specific area were all men workers and blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's got a curtain.
There's a lot of different whatever, but he has a medical condition that literally he just has to pee all the time. And the closest bathroom was what they said, like 50 to 70 feet away. I don't know.
That's not that horrible.
No. It's not that big a deal in my opinion.
But here's the key. That bathroom only allows one person in at a time.
Oh.
Maybe somebody was already in there.
Yeah.
And so you'd have to wait for a long time. Adam, if you saw the area where he peed, you would say, what the hell's going on here? It's an area, there's a drain that goes around the arena, but in this particular area, they put the Zambonis back there. There's a black curtain there. Could you just walk in there? Yes, you could. But it's not like you'd walk down the hallway and say, oh, damn, there's Al taking a whiz. What the hell's going on here? No, you'd have to go behind the curtain, around the Zambonis to check my man out. And in fact, Adam, if you actually saw it, I would accuse you of being a peeping Tom or a peeping Adam.
He rightfully got fired, in my opinion. You can't justify peeing in a public setting. I don't care where you are.
Well, that and it's like if you were to pee in public anywhere else and get caught for it, you'd be put on the pedophile list.
People pee in the woods on golf courses all the time, and they're like, "Oh, that's just normal."
Again,
Right.
These people aren't working for the golf course. If an employee was pissing on golf course grounds, I'm sure you would want him fired right away.
Yeah.
So no, it's unacceptable.
It's just
Beloved Zamboni driver.
Right. He's been working there since he was 17 years old.
Yeah, he's been there for
All
a
right,
while.
go retire, man.
Right.
Wow.
And apparently he's a POS. Yeah.
Adam, I know you're perfect, but you've never peed on the golf course.
There we go, Terry.
That's a great question. Of course
But
I
Adam
have.
doesn't
There
work
we
for the
go.
golf
I don't work for the
course.
golf course, Terry.
It doesn't matter. They could ban you for life. Should they ban you?
Yeah, they
for
can
life?
ban me from the course. That's fine. I'll go piss on
Should
another
they?
course.
No. Could they? But should they? If you get caught peeing on the golf course, and I'll make a
If the
confession,
rules say
I
that you
peed on the
cannot
golf
pee,
course.
if the rules are that you cannot pee on the golf course grounds, and I'm sitting there pissing on the 7th hole, and they catch me, and they remove me from the course, I can't say a goddamn thing.
Well, you would.
No, I
But you
wouldn't.
would.
No, I
You would act
wouldn't.
like a bitch.
No, I would.
You
You
would,
guys
yeah.
are.
No,
You
no,
guys.
no,
You guys
my
are the
right, my
bitches.
right, you violate
You guys
my
are the
rights.
bitches this morning. Oh, he got fired because he peed in the drain that nobody should be able to see. It's unbelievable.
Can I just ask you which one of us you're imitating right now?
A mixture of
Because-
both of you.
Al Pete behind the curtain. That's not right. Fire his ass. Ooh, that's so bad. We can flip it on you too, brother.
Dude, I don't care. You can't pee inside of a building when there's a goddamn game going on. That's unacceptable. And I promise you, if that is in the rules,
He was probably doing it for 40
unacceptable.
years.
If he's not allowed to do it,
Right.
if he's allowed to do it, or they've known he's been doing it, and they're just suddenly firing him now for it, I think that's a bit BS, in my opinion. And it seems like this is obviously something Terry has been doing. Now, whether they've known or not, I don't know. Whether or not it's a rule, I don't know. But if it is a rule, which it highly makes sense if it is, then yeah, he should be fired. And if I am peeing on the 7th hole at a golf course, and I'm a member at it, and I know damn well that you are not allowed to pee on the golf course,
Well, that's just
and
an
if you are
unwritten
caught,
rule,
you will
though.
be removed from the grounds. I have zero
No, you
right to
won't.
complain. It's like me going
They're not
70.
gonna remove
It's
you.
like me going 70 on Southfield and bitching to the cop. Oh, why'd you pull me over? Everybody does it. No, jackass, you're 15 over. I'm still pulling you over. You're getting a ticket.
Or how about this? You're golfing and you say, hey, I'm going to go into the little shack and pee. What do most guys say? Don't do that. Just do it right here in the woods.
Yeah.
We're okay. Nobody's
I don't care what my friends are saying at a golf course, Terry. I care
do.
the people that can kick me
They
out have
don't
to say
care
it.
either.
Oh my God.
The golf course doesn't care either.
And it's always an old man riding around a cart. So, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, and Adam,
That's true. It's
well, it's true. Hey, Adam, when you get older, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I've gone in alleys. I've gone on the golf course. But I try to be discreet. I don't want anybody to see me. But Al Sabaka peed in an area that he thought was secure. It wasn't like he was out in the middle of the hallway taking a whiz. He went back with the Zambonis are put in a specific area. There's a curtain there, and he probably figured, hey, I can do this real quick, bam, and keep moving. That's all. It wasn't like he was in, at center ice taking a whiz, dude. Yeah, then you fire him for that. But he thought it was a secure area, and
Well,
it wasn't. Somebody
regardless,
caught him, so.
he's suing the Red Wings for wrongful termination due to his medical condition. We'll see what happens when that comes to fruition.
Sister, he's on a winner's too.
But anyways, we do have to move on. Let's go to break. But before we go, I got to tell you about Big Boy, you guys. You only have 3 days left to take advantage of the Seafood Fest at Big Boy. It includes a Friday night seafood buffet. It ends on April 24th, so catch it while you can. Fish and chips, fish fry, popcorn shrimp, and pike perch. And, of course, they have a new fish sandwich as well. So head on over to Big Boy. It's available at all participating locations. You won't regret it.
No, you won't.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
At Wing Snob, staying humble's not our forte. We just have better wings. We're back at it again with our crispy golden brown fries and our famous boneless wings. Juicy, tender, hormone-free chicken. Your favorite signature sauces with no bone. Just when you thought Wing Snob couldn't get any better. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wing Snob. We just have better wings.
Counting down the hits until Miggy hits 3,000.
High drive, way back the other way, and gone! Cabrera hits another one.
The summer of Woodward sports is here.
Guys, Guardian Alarm, they just get it. A good defense on and off the field helps you feel secure. They have state-of-the-art technology that helps you feel safe, all with 24/7 local monitoring. Guardian Alarm also has convenient features that let you check in your home, control lights and temperatures, detect smoke or carbon monoxide, and even lets you lock and unlock your doors. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT today. That's right, you heard fish. 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm has been trusted for over 90 years at keeping families safe.
Tiger idiots, get out.
Welcome back, everybody. What?
Hey, can I pick on you one more time?
Yeah, go for
Please?
it.
Okay. I know you're probably sick and tired of my old man stories, but I'm going to give you one right now. We're in Juarez, Mexico, and I understand it's not in the United States. So we go into this bar, and I'm like, why is it stinking here? They had a drain. The bartenders weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. They had to pee behind the bar.
Well, that's Mexico for you.
I know. I didn't particularly like it, but we didn't leave the bar.
Oh, okay.
We got our drinks. I just didn't have them put ice cubes in my drinks because I wasn't sure about the hands. They were wash their hands, but they were peeing behind the bar.
Huh? Was there a curtain?
Huh?
Was there a curtain?
No, there's no curtain.
Wow.
They just took a whiz.
Just out in the open. That seems smart.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look,
you really can't see.
we've got a lot of young, promising rookies here in Detroit. And Terry, my question for you this morning is: which Detroit rookie of the last, I would say, 2 seasons, if you want to consider the Lions season with Penei Sewell, which Detroit rookie would you prefer over the next 10 years to start your team and build your team around? Obviously, you have Lucas Raymond, Mo Sider, Cade Cunningham, Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, whoever you want to use, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green. Be my guest.
I'm going to look at this as in a universal way. The rookie that you must keep for the next 10 years will be Cade Cunningham. And the reason is because I think he'll bring more notoriety to Detroit. He's going to win a championship or 2 here. And he is in a position where he's going to lead this team. Now, one question someone asked me is, if you just had a rookie of the year for Detroit, who would it be? I said Mo Sider. I think he's having a better season than anybody else, but it is the NHL, it is hockey, it's a little bit lower profile, and he can play an excellent game, or he could be excellent for the next 10 years, and the Wings, if they don't build a decent team around him, and I'm talking about adding 7, 8, 9 guys, he won't even sniff a championship. But the NBA, where you just have 5 guys on the court at one time, and Cade Cunningham is your lead guard, this is the guy that's going to bring notoriety to the city, to the franchise, and he's going to bring the Larry O'Brien Trophy to Detroit. So I would say Cade Cunningham.
You know,
Now
I
for
can't
the
say
posting
I
deal,
can't say I disagree, because we've grown to realize just how important it is to have a star player in the NBA, and how if you just have one, you are extremely relevant for 10, 15 years. I think there's a case to be made for somebody like Mo Sider, hell, even Lucas Raymond. But that would be if they ever develop. I would say Lucas, and if he turned into a Connor McDavid, which I don't think is feasible, maybe an Alex Ovechkin, which again is very difficult to do. And then maybe you have a case there. With Sider, can he be the next Nicholas Lidstrom and multiple Norris Trophy winner? Maybe. But at the end of the day, it's the individual, and the individual that can make the most impact on a team in any sport is the quarterback and the guard/star player on an NBA roster. So yes, Terry, I agree with you 100%. I think it's Cade Cunningham, and it's not even close.
Agree, and a lot of it has to do with media attention. But Nick Lidstrom, he made little subtle plays that you didn't even notice, but the guy was great. But he also had Brendan Shanahan, Sergei Fedorov, Steve Eiserman, for a little bit, Brett Hall. There was so much talent on that team, and that was at a time where Mike Ilitch was like, "It's going to cost me $10 million? Here, doesn't matter." Sergei, you've given me a $27 million poison contract. I'll pay it. So Nick Lidstrom had a lot of help around him, even though the man was great. So.
Yeah, again, I'm with you, but if you want to bring up Nicholas Lidstrom, that's a guy that is the heart of your team, the captain, heart of the defense. You still need Datsuk, Zetterberg. You still need all these guys around him, these players that can get you to the cup. And again, I think it's a tough decision, because I would say, Terry, if there was a rookie quarterback, I think there's something here to debate. Fair?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you don't have that guy here yet. If let's say you brought your boy in, Willis, and he was great, or you brought in Matt Corral, any other rookie quarterback, and you saw the least bit of potential in them, we would have a big debate. Even when Matthew Stafford was here, who didn't win, there were people who always said, "This is the face of Detroit. He's the face of the Lions. He's the face of Detroit, even though he's not winning." So that quarterback trumps everybody, but you just don't have that guy here yet.
I'm good with that. And yeah, again, Terry, if it was a quarterback in town, I think we're having a different conversation. But even then, there is no quarterback. Terry, when I tell you an all-time quarterback, if you can name me the head coach associated with him, and 9 times out of 10, that head coach is revered or one of the greater head coaches of all time. Marino Shula. Rodgers, not Rodgers, Favre. He had, who was the fat guy back in the 90s? I forget his name. Holmgren?
Holmgren.
Yep. Holmgren was a pretty damn good coach. Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. But Tom Brady, obviously, probably the anomaly in this entire conversation. But
and Bruce Arians.
Yep. Yeah, he's all right. Sean Payton, Drew Brees. You want to go to the guys in the NFL right now that I would say have a lot of success together? Doug McDermott out in Buffalo was starting to be revered as a very good coach in the league, although he's defensive-minded. But he's associated with Josh Allen, and there you go, instant credibility. You want to go to the 90s, 80s, Walsh and Montana, Walsh and Young. I could go on and on and on. I mean, I can't think of one quarterback, Terry, that was hyper successful, Super Bowl winning quarterback, tons of success without an all-time head coach.
Now, my understanding, you're not a big fan of Pete Carroll in Seattle.
No, I don't. I'm not a fan of him right now. When he first came into the league, I thought he was a very good coach. He's much older now. The last 3 years, he's again, ever since he's gotten control of roster financial decisions, some of the trades he's made, the Jamal Adams trade, vying for that, he's really messed up that franchise over the last 3 years. But his peak original, Russell Wilson, you gotta mention Pete Carroll, who I think is deserving of a Hall of Fame ballot in the NFL Hall of Fame, who should get him probably with 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl title. He's a damn good coach. But the last 3 years, Terry, it's a bit too much. He's done.
Yeah, and you know what? Teams will never learn this lesson. Do not allow your coach to be in charge of personnel decisions also. He coaches or he's in charge of the front office. Normally, that does not work. But I think what happens are a guy does well on the field and he's begging, I want personnel decisions. I can do both. And the teams let him do it, which is stupid. But don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know how any person in a position of power could ever think one person could do both. Being a head coach in the NFL is a 100 to 110 hour a job week. Every week you're given. Go ahead.
Here's what happens, Adam. Adam, you're the president, or let's say you own the team. Adam, I got you to 2 Super Bowls. We have a 650 winning record. I'm doing a hell of a job. Now, brother, if you let me take over player personnel decision, because we're buds, I'll do even better. So now you got to tell your boy no, and I think that's what happens. You know, you have a relationship with this coach. You love your coach, and he's coming in begging and say, hey, buddy, please let me get personnel decisions because I'm your boy. And I know you wouldn't cave in, but a lot of people cave in, and that's what happens.
You know, a lot of people are stupid. And again, I'll go back to how many hours I need to work every week to accomplish what I need to do. If I'm a GM of a football team, I'm working 100 to 110 hours a week. If I'm a head coach of a football team, very similar. Put those two together, Terry. That's 220 hours a week. Are there even 220 hours in a given week? What, 24 hours times 7 days? 168 hours in a given week. And you need to work 200 of them. Impossible. Impossible. Stupid. The Pistons were stupid enough to do it with Jeff Fat Gundy.
Yes.
You mean Stan Van Gundy?
That was a
Fat
bad
Gundy.
decision.
Yeah, but it was Stan, not
Stan Fat Gundy, not the fan. Fat.
Okay, but it's just Stan,
Fat.
not Jeff or whatever.
Fatty Matty.
Yeah.
Can we
Stan
call
Fat
him? Can we be nice to him and just call him Stan Chubby Gundy?
Or
Fat.
Stan
Or
Van
Chub.
Gummy.
You can't use Fatty Matty because I have PTSD. Thank you.
Fat.
Oh. Okay.
Fatty Matty.
My brother's called me that my entire life.
Oh.
Hippos.
Eat a salad.
What is it, Terry?
Isn't it just cherubic? Just call him Chubby. No, but
No,
the Pistons
they're
did
fat.
that because
No, I'm tired. I'm tired of being nice to people, man. You're fat. Go eat a goddamn salad, Stan. Go eat a goddamn salad, Matt. You freaking tore your Achilles because how freaking fat you were. Unbelievable.
So you do realize that eating a salad doesn't solve all the problems.
Of course not. It's.
I
fish.
know. Well,
Fish.
okay, but there's people. You're probably getting DMs on that.
Well,
I'm
I don't
actually
care.
helping you.
I'll
Hey.
send them a salad emoji.
I'm actually helping your Twitter, just like I helped New Rules Twitter yesterday.
You want
Unbelievable.
to know
try to help
another problem?
everyone.
Another problem that Adam has? Betting too much on my bookie.
There's never a problem with betting too much on my bookie, guys. My bookie, bet from anywhere, anytime, using my bookie. Sign up today using code Woodward, and they'll match your first deposit. Again, that's code Woodward. Bet from anywhere, anytime with my bookie. And if you have a gambling problem, please call the gambling problem hotline at 1-800-270-7117.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
The official sticker partner of Woodward Sports. When it comes to stickers and signage, think Sticker Genius. We support this local Detroit business, and we are excited to show you our latest project, the Planet Fitness Studio from Sticker Genius. If you need custom stickers, wall graphics, window graphics, and plenty more, reach out to our friends at Sticker Genius. We at Woodward Sports couldn't be any happier with the service they provided us. They were quick, easy to deal with, and super professional. Head to stickergenius.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. It is Fan Mock Draft Friday Eve. It's time to take a look at some of these mock drafts.
I hope these guys, please don't disappoint. This better be good.
Oh, they're going to be good.
Who's the first one from? Can I get a name and then throw it up, please?
We got Daryl Simpson.
Daryl Simpson. All right, Daryl. You traded.
Daryl,
you traded. I know, buddy. I know. Would you get a future first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, and a second-round pick? It's a lot of picks. Congratulations. All right. Takes Drake London at 15. Can't hate on it. Nakobe Dean at 18. Can't hate on it. Boye Mafi, very good at 32. David Ajabo at 34. Very interesting. So we got 2 edge rushers, a linebacker, and a wide receiver so far. Very good. Pick 83, James Cook. Again, I love fresh legs in the backfield. I can't hate on him. Jelani Woods out of Virginia. Very interesting at pick 97. Zachary Thomas, tackle out of San Diego State. An interior lineman in the 6th round. And at the end of the 6th round, with their final pick, they take a quarterback out of Iowa State. Okay. Daryl, I'm not going to lie. I like it.
Oh.
I do like it. But Daryl, I want to ask you a question. And I hope you're in the chat right now. Daryl, you tell me, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, that you are going to trade the 15th overall pick, the 18th overall pick, a 3rd-round pick, and next year's 1st-round pick to move up technically 13 spots in the draft, and you don't need a quarterback. Anybody following me here? Who in the fuck are you going to select at number 2 if you're the Philadelphia Eagles? You tell me, Daryl. You tell me. The problem is you can't. And this trade is a bunch of BS. It's absolute BS. As much as I want to give this a good grade, this gets an F because it defies logic, it defies common sense, and if you can't pass the common sense grade with me, if you can't pass common sense test with me, you fail automatically. Again, very good players you selected. I can't hate on the board. If you think for 1 second that you were the GM of the Philadelphia Eagles and you'd be giving up the 15th pick, the 18th pick, a 3rd-round pick, and next year's 1st-round pick, I myself, if I were the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, would escort you out myself from the war room on draft night. I would take you to the back alley and put a fucking 9mm in your head. You understand me? Congratulations. That's how I fire you. Unbelievable.
Okay, Adam, I was going to use one word. Unrealistic. That's what it is. But when you do these fan mock drafts and they trade down, everyone is so beneficial for the Lions and screws the other team. That's why these fan mock drafts are stupid if you allow people to trade down, because they're gonna treat the other team as if they're total buffoons. And they hooked the Lions up in one draft and said, boy, if they only did what I did, the Lions would be winning this year. But the problem is it takes 2 to tango. Most of the time, opposing teams, there's no way they're going to do these deals.
I'm with you. All right, Alex, give me the next guy on the board. Who's it from? And then show me the board, please.
We got Scott Wakeman.
All right, Scott Wakeman is a very good man because he didn't make any trades. Kayvon Thibodeau Terry, number 2 overall. Lewis Sines, safety out of Georgia, at number 32. George Pickens at 34, wide receiver, again out of Georgia, 2 Georgia talents. I love this pick at 66. Kingsley Enagbare out of South Carolina is a stud. He's graded very high. His athletic score is actually pretty impressive. Scott Bischoff, one of our draft analysts, said he's one of the sleepers at the edge position in this draft. Who's this from again?
Scott Wakeman.
Scott, this is a great board so far. Home run on the first 4 picks. A secondary player, a corner, Marcus Jones out of Houston. Very interesting. I haven't seen anybody take a corner that high. I would applaud that. A guard out of North Carolina. A linebacker. Interesting. And a guy who I like, Micah McFadden, in the 6th round. Good value. And a running back. Again, fresh legs. Congratulations. Can we give a round of applause to Scott? Scott, congratulations this morning. You get an A+, my friend. That is a very good draft board. Terry, what do you think?
Well, he didn't trade down, and he didn't do anything incredibly stupid. I like the fact that they're bringing in Thibodeau, because I am so afraid the Lions are going to do something wacky with that number 2 pick. And so I say bring in Thibodeau and see what you can do.
Yeah, look, I think it's a solid board. Next board on the screen, please, along with their name.
We got David Mentier.
Just David. Take it off the screen. Next one. Next one. Who's it from?
Let's see. Got Theo Honey.
Theo Honey. All right. Theo takes Aiden Hutchinson, number 2 overall. He then takes David Ajabo at number 32. Interesting.
This feels like a Michigan fan.
Lewis Sine at 34. It's good value. John Mechie, Terry out of Alabama, who I believe tore his ACL this year, in the 3rd round. At the end of the 3rd round, with their compensatory pick, they take Jelani Woods, the tight end out of Virginia. Micah McFadden in the 5th round. Ty Chandler, fresh legs, in the 6th round. And, of course, they end it with the guard, Jason Poe. I wouldn't give this an A+. I'm not a fan of the David Ajabo pick. We're not trying to recreate Michigan football. Thank you very much. I will pass on that. I would have preferred somebody else. Very interesting. I think PFF got this right. It gets a B+. This gets a B+ from me.
Okay, this is not a Michigan fan. That's a Michigan season ticket holder. Somebody's gonna, that goes a little bit deeper. Or he probably works in the sports information department.
Probably.
He's going to have Hutchinson and Ojabo as the first 2 picks for the Lions.
All right, let's get the next one on the board. Who's it from, Alex, please?
We got Garrett Shireman.
Garrett Shireman. Trades back with Carolina, which, again, I think is feasible, but what do they have to give up? A future 2nd, a future 1st, and a 4th-round pick this year. Okay. If I'm Carolina, am I doing that trade? I don't believe so. But at number 6, they take edge rusher Trayvon Walker. Sky Moore at 32. Nick Bonito, who I think actually could be a very good player in the league at 34, is not the worst thing I've seen. PFF gives it a C-. I wouldn't give it that low of a grade. Kirby Joseph, love at 66. 97, JoJo. Okay, I mean, the draft has players in positions of need. You acquired draft capital. You still took 2 edge rushers. In theory, I am happy with this board. I can't give it an A+. I would give it an A-. I would give it an A-, Terry.
Good. I'm not giving out grades. I just think these things are stupid. So I will keep my comments to myself.
All right, fair enough. Next one on the board, please. Who's this from?
I don't have a name on this one.
Let me see. This one is... Who said this?
This is from me.
No, so what I want you to do, right? What I want you to do is take a look at the first letter of every name.
And then guess who it's from.
Prisoner?
That's you.
So who would that be from? Take a wild guess. You know who it's from. Don't be stupid.
Come on.
Prisoner.
Throw the next one on the board. I'm wasting my time with these idiots. Next one on the board, please.
The list, ding ding. You know who it's from.
Abe, go.
There we go. There we go.
Abe, don't you ever send another mock draft. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Not allegedly. Next one on the board, please. Is this the one I emailed you?
No.
All right, what's this one? Who's
Thomas
this from?
Ackerson.
Thomas Ackerson. All right, Thomas doesn't trade. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate you. You're helping my blood pressure this morning. He takes Kayvon Thibodeau at number 2, Lewis Sine at 32, a linebacker in Leo Chenal at 34. Very interesting. Wide receiver Jalen Tolbert out of South Alabama at 66. And 97, he takes another linebacker. Again, very interesting. I'm not a fan of 2 linebackers this draft. It doesn't make sense. If you're going to take one at 97, you don't take one at 34. Interior lineman in the 5th round. A running back, again, I like fresh legs. I'm very open to that. And the center out of Washington with the last pick at the end of the 6th round. Very, very interesting. I wouldn't give it an A-, Terry. I like the players. I like the positions of need. I'd give this a B+. What do you think?
Don't care.
All right, very good. Next one on the board, Alex, please.
Sent me.
All right, this one is from Wasim in the chat.
Oh.
Number 2 overall. Kayvon Thibodeau, number 2 overall. Boye Mafe at number 32. So we got back-to-back edge rushers. I'm very happy about that. Safety and Jaquan Brisker at 34. PFF gives it a B+. I think I'd agree with that. Linebacker at 66. Brian Asamoah at 66 is a ton of value. I think a bit of a reach on a tight end at 97. I would have preferred maybe a chance on a wide receiver, maybe a running back. Who knows? Then you go Tulsa wide receiver. Your board fell off after this, man. This is not a good board. At the end, I like Hassan Haskins and the center out of Washington. I think I'm going to agree with PFF here. I'm going to give it a B+. I'm going to give it a B+. So not bad, we'll see. Next one on the board, Alex, please, and their name.
Teddy Harper.
Teddy Harper. All right, Teddy. All right. Teddy, this is an unrealistic board. I would give it an A+ if it were to work out this way. I will tell you that. But I'm not going to give it a grade because I just don't believe this could ever happen. On to the next one, please. Who?
David Shuford.
David Shuford. David loves sending mocks. I like David. All right. Kayvon Thibodeau, number 2 overall. Treylon Burks falls to number 32. Interesting. You trade with the Chicago Bears, and you take Leo Chenal at 39, Kirby Joseph at 66, Tariq Woolen. Interesting. A corner at 71, a tight end at 177, Hassan Haskins, running back, in the 6th round, and of course you end it with a guard. I would slightly disagree with PFF. I don't think it's a B+. David, I would give this a B. I would give it a B. I'm going to question picks 32, 71, and 177. But I don't hate it. It gets a B. It's still a good score. Next one on the board, and who it's from, please, Alex.
We have another one from Garrett Shireman.
All right, Shireman. You're on fire this morning. All right. You're trading the number 34 pick for 40 and 109. All right. You start off with Kayvon Thibodeau, George Pickens in the 1st round, which I think is interesting. Jaquan Brisker at 40, good value. Brian Asamoah at 66, good value. Zach Tom, very interesting at tackle. I like the pick. I don't mind it at all, actually. Interesting to take a corner out of Alabama at 109. I still think you're missing another edge rusher somewhere on this board. James Mitchell, I like at 181, and I think you do good getting another safety. You can't go wrong with depth at edge or safety. One linebacker, I think, is the play. I would give this an A-. I would agree with PFF here. I would agree with PFF. Do we have any more?
Yeah, I just got one. Andrew Smith.
Andrew Smith. All right, Andrew, what do we got? Interesting. A lot of Treylon Burks falling. I haven't seen that often. Kayvon Thibodeau, number 2. I think that's the consensus right now. A wide receiver at 32, Terry. Linebacker Leo Chenal at 34. Kirby Joseph at 66. James Cook at 97. Can you guys stop with the Nefe Sewell? Can we stop this? Nobody wants it. I don't want it. I don't want the brothers. It's just no. I feel like you're drafting him just because of his brother. Please stop this. Please. You drafted Leo Chenal in this mock. Why are you taking another linebacker? I'm not grading this.
I have one more.
I'll do one more.
You need chemistry. You need to develop the culture in the Lions camp. So that's why you get Penay's brother there.
Yeah, no.
We don't need brothers
I'm
on
not grading
the Tigers
this.
and the Lions.
I'm not grading this. We'll do one more.
All brothers.
We'll do one more fan mock draft. Who's it from, Alex?
Jared.
Jared who? Just Jared?
Tobiasen.
All right, Jared Tobiasen. I hate you, Jared. Terry, you mentioned earlier that somebody was a season ticket holder. I believe this gentleman here is the athletic director's assistant over at Michigan.
Coach's son.
David Ajabo, Hassan Haskins, and Brett Hawkins. Interesting. 3 Michigan players. Carson Strong at 97, very interesting. Brian Esimo, I think good value at 66. Sky Moore, again, this is just a Michigan dude. We're going to move on. We're going to take a break. I'm going to tell you about the official studio sponsor of the Woodward Sports Network, and that is Planet Fitness. For all your fitness needs, both mental and physical health, get started today at Planet Fitness for $0 down, $10 a month, and take your fitness seriously. It is essential for you that your mental and physical health are on point. Make 2022 the year that you take care of yourself, get into shape, and feel better than ever. Again, that's Planet Fitness. Check them out at planetfitness.com or one of their many Metro Detroit locations.
Counting down the hits until Miggy hits 3,000.
High drive, way back the other way, and gone! Cabrera hits another one.
The summer of Woodward Sports is here.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
32 teams, 7 rounds, 224 young men who today are about to become players in the National Football League. A day where lives are changed, fates are decided, dynasties are born, and the clock is always ticking.
Draft day in Detroit. A time of hope, a time of wonder, and a time for Detroit Lions fans to act like it's the friggin' Super Bowl. Join Woodward Sports and hundreds of other diehard Lions fans for our NFL draft party and live stream from the Brass Rail Detroit. All your favorite and not so favorite Woodward Sports people will be there. Adham, Terry, Neil, D-Mac, Braylon, Ryan, the heavyweights, NFL scout Scott Bischoff, Maz, Stick, Jeff Maddy, Joey, and more. Come join us at the Brass Rail Thursday, April 28th from 7 p.m. until pick number 32. See you downtown for draft day with Woodward Sports. Brought to you by Cintron, Gypsy Vodka, and Planet Fitness.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network on this fabulous Friday Eve. Adam, what do we have next?
All right, here's what we got. Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
Very quickly, Tara, I'd like to discuss this with you. Have you seen the side-by-side statistical breakdown of Cade Cunningham's rookie season compared to LeBron's?
I did not see that.
All right, so I'm going to give it to you.
Me?
I'm going to give it to you.
Let me write this down.
LeBron James, 20 points a game, 6 assists, 6 rebounds a game. The field goal percentage, I don't remember off the top of my head. But we'll just go with points, rebounds, and assists, and that his team didn't make the playoffs. All right? Cade Cunningham, on the other hand, 17 points a game, 6 assists a game, 6 rebounds a game. His team didn't make the playoffs. Terry, do you know the difference between LeBron and Cade Cunningham in their rookie years?
Looks like 2.5 points a game.
2.5 points in a game. Do you know what the significant? Do you know what LeBron won that Cade Cunningham did not win?
Rookie of the year.
That is for damn sure. I'm pulling up the graphic now in front of me, Terry. LeBron averaged 21, 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 1.6 steals a game, 0.7 blocks. LeBron shot 41.7% from the field, and they didn't make the playoffs. Cade Cunningham, 17.4 points a game, 5.5 rebounds a game, the same amount as LeBron, 5.6 assists a game, 0.3 less than LeBron, 1.2 assists per game, 0.4 less than LeBron, the same amount of blocks per game, the same field goal percentage, and they didn't make the playoffs. But LeBron won Rookie of the Year over Carmelo Anthony. Does everybody remember that? Interesting.
And Carmelo just won a national championship. But here's the difference. We saw LeBron play a lot that year. We saw LeBron play his senior year in high school. LeBron was a household name. He was showing up at NBA games. Everybody knew who he was. Cade Cunningham, since leaving Oklahoma State, in the national media's eyes, has pretty much disappeared. Yeah, we see him. Yeah, we know what he's doing. But nobody is watching Cade Cunningham. Nobody's watching the Pistons. So he's kind of disappeared. He's been a ghost for the last year amongst many people who vote for Rookie of the Year. But I will say this, 21.1 points a game and 17.4 is a huge difference from this standpoint. When you think about an NBA star, you always say, well, he's got to average 20 points a game. So that, to me, it may be only 3.5 points a game, but that's a pretty big stat mentally, because you're thinking, okay, LeBron averaged over 20 points a game.
Yeah,
That's
but that gap,
threshold
Terry,
we
the
set.
difference is LeBron got to the free throw line, I want to say 4.5 more times a game than Cade Cunningham did.
That's reputation. That's a
For a
guy
rookie,
that
though.
everybody knows. But this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, again, it doesn't surprise me. The voting is a joke. The voters are a joke. Their credentials should be removed. It's unbelievable just how naive and uninformed they are. And again, Melo, his rookie year, got to the playoffs, Terry. I thought winning matters. He averaged, 19.5 points a game his rookie year? He was a big deal in getting the Nuggets to the playoffs that first year. He was, quote-unquote, considered a winning player. And LeBron got a lot of criticism his rookie year. But LeBron still won Rookie of the Year because he was the most complete and the best rookie that year.
LeBron was also considered the future face of the NBA. He was going to get David Stern paid. He came with a lot more luggage than Carmelo or Cade Cunningham. Nobody's talking about Cade Cunningham being the face of the NBA. We knew this was the destiny for LeBron because Michael Jordan was gone, so they needed somebody else. So naturally, you're going to make him Rookie of the Year. And guess what? If you didn't vote him Rookie of the Year, the NBA would have called you up and said, hey, what's wrong with you? Vote LeBron Rookie of the Year because
It's a bunch of BS in my opinion.
This is our guy.
It's a bunch of BS. I mean, the fact that Scotty Barnes...
I educate you sometimes because you think that you get awards because you earn them, or you don't get it because you didn't earn it. No, a lot has to do with it's just somebody's time. It's somebody is anointed that, yes, they have to play well, but the league makes sure that the person that they want to win wins it. And I think I've told you the story. There's been times where a team doesn't get a unanimous vote.
Okay, let's say I agree with you.
Call your ass up and say vote for him.
Okay, let's say I do agree with you, and I'm willing to acknowledge that 100%, and that may be the case, okay? How does that explain a 7-foot center who in today's NBA is irrelevant? Size, yes, matters maybe in the playoffs. It does not matter throughout the regular season. Guys like Joel Embiid and Jokic are anomalies. They are working, but they are not winning championships. And here we are voting him the face of the league, or is it Scotty Barnes, the guy that plays in Toronto outside of the country, and nobody watches Toronto games? but we're voting him above the guy in Detroit, a franchise that has multiple championships.
You're not saying he's the face of the league.
None of them are. None of them are. So if I take it at face value and I just look at who's the best rookie,
more eyes on the other guys. It's not right, but that's the reality of things. If you live, let's say you live in Chicago, when have you seen Cade Cunningham play?
When have you seen Toronto? When have you seen Toronto or Cleveland? I can say the same thing about both teams.
I've seen them play. I've seen them on TNT.
And you see them, and it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Colin Sexton. I don't know, man. Like Cleveland and Toronto, they're getting sold way too much. I think voters.
That's why this is not a Detroit versus everything thing. It's I believe we've seen these guys play, and once again, I have friends who I decide to call up and say, who's the rookie of the year? I don't even ask them who they're voting for. I say, who's the rookie of the year? And like one of them is like, Evan Mobley. They don't bring up Cade Cunningham's name. And I go back and I say, these dudes have not seen this brother play. And it's a shame. When you vote, you should be up on everybody. Let's not everybody, but let's say you should be up on the top 5 rookies, what they're doing. And if you don't see them play, then you should do something to make sure that you do see them play. I voted in the Heisman. I voted for Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year. I took it seriously. And it came at a time when I was covering the league, and I couldn't see all these guys play because I was covering the Pistons. But I made it a point to see what these guys were doing and forget just the stats. I want to see a dude play. And I think my media brethren is not doing that. They're just, doing their job and looking at stats now and then, and they look at
all
games.
You're telling me honestly is a bunch of BS. And I'll tell you why. Your job as a voter is to watch all of the games, educate yourself on what's going on with the league. Yes, you're busy covering the team on a day-to-day basis. And you know what? I could care less that Cade Cunningham is a Detroit Piston. I could give a rip. At the end of the day, did anybody reach the apex in terms of performance that Cade Cunningham did this season? No, they didn't. Has there ever been a rookie in NBA history outside of Michael Jordan to put up 22, 5, and 5 in a given month, their rookie season? No, only Cade Cunningham has. And down the stretch from February to the end of March, there was no better rookie in the NBA than Cade Cunningham. And if you want to use the slow start that Cade Cunningham had in November, fine. December, he was pretty decent, but Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes weren't flooring the NBA for a month and a half at a time. They were just consistent. They were on a good basketball team. They were on TV. That's nice. That's great. I can give you that. But you can't tell me any of them were, again, a better rookie this year. It's the rookie of the year. Not who is on TV the most this year. Not who have I watched most this year. Not which rookie had good stats and played on a good basketball team this year. That is not the award. The award is the most outstanding rookie of the year. And in 2003, when LeBron was a rookie for that 04 season, he was the best rookie, and it was night and day. Although Melo was dominating the Western Conference in terms of rookies. I believe he won it every single month. I believe Jeff said that in the chat. Every single month that year, he won Rookie of the Year, Rookie of the Month in the Western Conference. And LeBron still won it. Why? Not because he averaged 21, 6, and 6. It was because it was obvious he was the best rookie regardless of team result. And the fact that we can't look in the mirror and say, yeah, you know what? Cade Cunningham, honest to God, down the stretch, he showed he was the best rookie this year. Evan Mobley, yes, was consistent. Yes, they played him more games. But LaMelo Ball missed a ton of games. And his team wasn't all that good. And he still won Rookie of the Year. I can't do it, man.
Here's the counter to that. And you know what? Before you go off, I agree with you. If I had to vote, I would vote Cade Cunningham. But here's the counter. You're Homer, and this is not Rookie of the 3 months. because you keep talking about 3-month statistics. It's rookie
Well, I
of the
can
year,
bring you
and
up Evan
supposedly-
Mobley's last 3 months, and he was
Hang
subpar.
on.
He had two 30-point.
Hang on.
No, he had a 25-point game and a 30-point game. And the majority of the games, he couldn't even get 10, 11 points every single night, let alone 6, 7 rebounds. He wasn't fantastic down the stretch. Scotty Barnes had a good January, February, and that was about it. Like, again, if we're going to hold it against Kate to start the year, we should hold it against Scotty and Evan down the stretch.
All right, let me ask you this question. Why do you think this is happening? In your mind of minds, why is this happening?
Truly because the voters in today's world, I believe, are very, I would say, misinformed. I don't believe they're watching all the games. I believe they live in their own Twitter, social media bubble where they only want information, Terry, that I would say agrees with their way of thinking because they don't want to have disagreements. They don't want to be open to hearing other things. That's why I believe it's happening. I believe it's happening also because the Pistons weren't on TV a lot this year. And it was really only the local Detroiters that were able to see just how good this kid is. I think that is also a factor, but that doesn't make it okay in my opinion.
No, it's not okay. And there are flaws in the process, and I've seen these flaws for years. But supposedly, and I don't study this as closely as I probably should, but supposedly the analytics say that Cade Cunningham is the third best rookie of the year.
No, that's right. And those win above replacements and all that stuff are great. And you know what? If these nerds that have never dribbled a basketball in their life want to sit there and tell me, well, Scotty Barnes is the better player, I promise you, every GM, every single GM, if they had the number 1 overall pick last year, would take Cade Cunningham over Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes and Jalen Green, and it would not be a conversation.
I would.
Scotty Barnes, he has a higher win above. He has Terry. He has a higher win above replacement. Oh my God.
Okay, brother. Did you see the report that the NBA came out with on
which
the
one?
top rookies? They came out with a.
Oh yeah, the top players in the league under 25. Cade was 6, but he's the third best rookie.
No. But Cade was the top rookie.
Was that NBA Central or NBA.com?
NBA.com.
NBA.com has been pretty consistent. I got to give them credit. But the problem is there are other major sites, and I want to say it's NBA Central. I could be wrong, where the top 10 players in the NBA under the age of 25, Terry, Cade Cunningham is number 6 over some really damn good players in the league right now. Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes are not on that list. But in their rookie power rankings, Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley are 1 and 2. I can't, Terry. I can't anymore. It's a joke. It really is. I'm trying not to be a homer. I'm really not trying to allow my Pistons perspective overtake my way of thinking because I do respect the game that Evan Mobley brought this year to the Cavaliers. I think what Scotty Barnes has done is phenomenal. He was very good in Game 1 against the 76ers, but unfortunately he got hurt. That does not matter to me. It's who was the best rookie this year, and nobody played at the level Cade Cunningham did. But I got to tell you, there is no vodka like Gypsy vodka. It is Michigan's vodka. It's gluten-free, and it's locally owned and operated up in Petoskey, Michigan. Check them out at gypsyvodka.com. Follow them on social media. And as always, ask her by the name of Gypsy, and please do drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Counting down the hits until Miggy hits 3,000.
High drive, way back the other way, and gone! Cabrera hits another one.
The summer of Woodward sports is here.
Well, guys, I know what I'm doing today. I'm heading over to Chili Peppers Tanning to get my tan on. That's where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. They've got spotless sanitized rooms and trained certified tanning professionals. Make sure you join the Pepper Club for all the best deals on unlimited tanning. They'll even beat their competitors by $5. Of course, don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty lotions. Chili Peppers Tanning, it's where you'll find the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans.
Well, here we go. Terry, we're gonna throw it back a little bit this morning. All right.
Throw it back.
I have a question for you, and I would like for you to educate our audience. I would like to know, what did the Detroit Lions fail to build off in the late, I would say, early 90s? What did they fail to build that stopped them from when they were winning divisions and they were, fourth to first? It was very inconsistent. They were never consistent on defense. Their offense would spike and go low. It was very difficult to watch. Why couldn't they capitalize off of the Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, the Wayne Fonts era? What was the key contributing factor? Was it the way the roster was built? Was it a lack of quality coaching? Was it the way they played? What held this team back from having what I could argue should have been a much more successful 1990s decade?
Okay, first of all, let me correct you on something. I know whenever we talk about the Detroit Lions, we talk about how great the 90s were. And there were some moments. Yes, they won their only playoff game. They won 2 division titles. But they also had a losing record. When the Lions had the tougher schedule, guess what? They lost. When they had the easiest schedule, they won. There were a lot of factors, and I go back, I called it, the reason they didn't progress is I call this the 3 mile, with the 3 mile something era, 3 Mile Island era, because what happened, even when they were winning in the 90s, there was division between coaches, players, and the front office. When something went wrong, the players have said, it's the front office that's screwing up. The front office said, no, it's the players that's screwing up. They were never a cohesive group. And that was the major factor there. And also, I think coaching hurt them also. The assistant coaches weren't up to snuff. You had Wayne Fonts hiring 2 of his brothers as D-backs coaches. That's nepotism. You still had the Lions hiring friends to either be coaches or general managers, and so to me it never took off. That's why today I'm proud of Sheila Hamp. She's not going by Sheila Ford Hamp anymore. You notice that? She's trying to disassociate herself from the Ford thing. She decided for the first time, when you talk about the coaching and the general managers, we're actually going to do a national search. We're not going to hire somebody I know. I'm not going to hire somebody that I like. I'm not going to hire somebody that everybody else likes. We're going to try to find the best people. And the Lions have never tried to find the quote-unquote best people. They would hire somebody who's played out. For instance, Bobby Ross. Did he go to the Super Bowl before he got here? Yes. But he was played out. He didn't know how to handle players. You hired Matt Millen. Why? Because he's a good guy. And so I think the Lions are the epitome of the good old boys network, and it just kept on continuing, and then it got to a point where the whole thing just disintegrated. The thing that propped them up in the 90s is you had once-in-a-generational player in Barry Sanders.
I was going to say, in 1989, Terry, they, by, I would say, some luck, and thankfully the Packers took the steroid jacked-up tackle. Barry Sanders falls to him. They get him in 89. They don't do all that well their first year with Barry, obviously. They draft a quarterback at 7, but they whiff. Andre Rare was a disaster in the league. And then the next year in the first round, they go and get Herman Moore. And that was a very good pick. But if I go through all the draft picks in the 90s, Terry, outside of Robert Porcher, Tracy Scorgans, and Jason Hansen. Scroggins, excuse me. Outside of those three, I'm not seeing. Maybe Johnny Morton was a good one. That's a good one. I can't complain there. That's good value. If I go through the entire 90s, Brian Westbrook at 5th overall, defensive back, very, very disappointing. I look at Charlie Batch in the second round, whatever, doesn't do anything for me. And from 1990 to 1999, there were 4 players drafted that I could say were worth anything. Johnny Morton, Robert Porcher, Jason Hansen, Herman Moore. And if you want to do Tracy Scroggins, be my guess.
He wasn't that great. He was. I mean, he had his.
He was
moments,
good. He was okay.
But you had Chris Spielman on there. You got to include him. But where they whiffed a lot was on defensive backs. They're always trying to chase a defensive back. They're always trying to chase a quarterback. The Ford family would circumvent drafts by saying, we want a quarterback. That was the main thing they wanted. You know, the hell with the rest of the roster. We want a quarterback that's going to bring people in to see. And they didn't care if they lost. If they lost 41-38, you know what? Good day, because people were entertained. That they were more about trying to entertain folks and scoring a lot on on the scoreboard. Once again, I don't think the Ford family was interested in winning championships. They were more interested in winning games now and then and entertaining the fans. Once again, I will say this to my grave. The one word you never heard the Fords say: championship. We're playing for a championship. Never heard it. It's always, we want to win games. We're trying to rebuild. We're trying to find the right fit, and we're trying to change a culture that they finally changed under Dan Campbell. They finally changed a culture that was there even in the 90s.
Well, we're going to continue this conversation. We do have to take a quick break. Before we go, I have to tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. SMA has been leveraging pro athletes and other notables for a decade against the issues around mental health and substance use disorder. With the help of NFL alumni, Sean Jordan has been able to save lives and take a stand against these issues. Soon coming to Woodward Sports, the Sports Marketing Agency podcast. This is the F-Word series on fentanyl. If you're struggling with substance abuse or mental health, they are here to help. Go to thesportsma.com.
You asked for it and we listened. The Seafood Festival is back at Big Boy, including a Friday night seafood buffet. Catch it while you can, available at participating locations until April 24th. Also available, the new fish sandwich. We'll see you at Big Boy.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Counting down the hits until Miggy hits 3,000.
High drive, way back the other way, and gone! Cabrera hits another one.
The summer of Woodward Sports is here.
If you're looking for something fun to do with your friends, family, coworkers, anybody, head over to the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. That's home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Host your corporate party, team building event, or come in with family and friends. They've got 2 ways to play: $10 unlimited open play, or you can reserve a lane for $120. They have over 100 beers and a $2 mystery beer machine. Don't forget, they also have multiple full bars. You can bring in the food or have it delivered. Come get your full on. Check it out at thefoalingwarehouse.com.
All right, Terry, we're just discussing why the Lions failed to build any sustainable success in the 90s after getting their first playoff win on, 1991? their last division title in '94. Look, Benny Blades, Chris Spielman, they were drafted in '88, the year before Barry. They really just whiffed for 10 years in the 1990s. That's the reality. Only 4 players worth any salt in the game were drafted. Yeah, Corey Schlesinger at the end of the 4th round, 5th round, God knows when he was taken, at the fullback position. That's whatever. But come on, these aren't game changers. There's 4 players realistically that were able to make big impact. Schlesinger was drafted in '95 in the 6th round, actually. I'm not seeing any players on here. I feel this was a player personnel issue. Yes, coaching wasn't the best. I don't think Wayne Fontes was some game changer. I think he was average, and I think with an above average roster, they were able to accomplish slightly above average things like winning a playoff game, winning a division or 2. It's tricky, Terry. It is tricky for me because, again, that's the last time they had.
I'm going to clear it up for you. Here's one thing. Who's the greatest running back in Detroit Lions history?
Barry Sanders.
Okay. What did they do with Barry Sanders when they got inside the 10-yard line?
Ran the hell out of the ball.
No.
Well, actually, no, they threw it. Excuse me.
They took him out the game.
They took him out of the game?
Well, they took him out the game a lot of times. Because they said, well, Barry's always trying to hit the home run, we'll lose 5 yards, which I thought was absolutely asinine. That's why I think he's got 99 touchdowns. He should have way more touchdowns than that. But they took the brother out the game. The greatest running back in Lions history, one of the best in history, they took him out. The other thing is the Lions were always chasing yesterday. And what I mean by that is that we have the West Coast offense in the NFL. Once everybody figured it out, then what do the Lions do? We're going to implement the West Coast offense and disguise it by calling it the Great Lakes offense. So nobody knows what they're running again. But they ran the West Coast offense when the defenses had already figured it out, and everybody stopped running it. And here come the Lions. We're running the West Coast offense. We're 10 years too late, but we're going to do it. So that was one thing that I thought was pretty idiotic.
Terry, in 1997, Barry Sanders had 15 rushes inside of the 10-yard line. And inside of the red zone, he had 39 in total. Inside of the 10, Barry Sanders in 1997 had 15 carries for 19 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had a rush percentage rate of 41%, which is essentially his utilization rate. That's pretty bad. Inside of the 5-yard line, Terry, he had 3 carries for -2 yards. The red zone rushing stats weren't tracked before 97, so that's really the best example I can give you. Maybe they had something going. Do I think they still should have ran him? Yes. I think it's ridiculous not to have your best player on the field when you're about to score. But 1997, 15 carries, 19 yards within the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was great, but the other thing is you couldn't tell Barry what to do. But as a coach, if you're
what do you mean by that? Is that from a play standpoint? Hey, we're running into the C gap and he goes somewhere else, or what is that? What do you mean exactly?
He was a freelancer. He pretty much did what he wanted to do. But if you are a strong coaching staff, you can sit Barry aside and say, hey, look, we need you to run between these tackles, north and south. We're inside the 10-yard line. You can do that with just about anybody in the league. I'm sure they could have done it with Barry, but they were afraid to because he was, the face of the franchise then. He was the greatest. So Barry did whatever he wanted to do.
Interesting. I didn't know that, Terry.
Yeah, and the other thing is when it was obviously that Wayne Fontes needed to go, Barry wanted him to stay because he was easy on players. And the other little secret is they had popsicle breaks. And I'm not kidding you.
I hope you're joking.
They had popsicle breaks, and Barry didn't want to give up his popsicle break.
I hope you're joking with me.
I'm not. Here,
I hate my
look.
life.
I'm serious.
Terry, I'll
Not
go
laughing.
through their record in the 90s. 89, they draft Barry. So his rookie year in 1990, they go 6-10. And like you said, they finished 3rd, 4th, or 5th in the division. The next year, they win it. So obviously, at the time, there's 5 teams in the NFC North, if you want to call it that at the time. 1990, 6-10. 1991, 12-4, their only playoff win. 92, 5-11. 93, 10-6. 94, 9-7. 95, 10-6. Now, at this point, if I'm alive and I'm at the age I am now, I believe in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years that I've had Wayne Fonts, where I've had 4 winning seasons, Terry, and 1 playoff win, I've realized that I have a ceiling on this coach. I've realized that I can't get to the big game with this guy. Does that sound very familiar to you? Because it does to me. And I'm talking his first 6 years, 4 winning seasons, and I'm still sitting here and telling you that doesn't look good enough to me. 6-10, 12-4, we reached the apex. 5-11, 10-6, 9-7, 10-6. That is embarrassing. And then, of course, 5-11, and they got rid of him. And then they brought in Ross, and they go to the wild card their first year at 9-7, and then they go 5-11, and then 8-8, and that is the Lions' history in the 90s. Mediocre. It's why they think Jim Caldwell is the greatest thing since sliced bread, because all they know is mediocrity, Terry. They don't understand what it means to take that next step and become great.
That's why when I heard the term 9-7 isn't good enough, I'm like, yeah, for most teams, but this is the Detroit Lions. 9-7 is like an apex for them. But, the funny thing about the 91 game against Dallas in the playoffs, where the Lions destroyed the Cowboys and the Cowboys were just too young to do anything about it, was that whoever won that game was supposed to be the next best thing, or the next Super Bowl contenders that were going to go on and on and on and be that next great franchise. Well, the Lions won that game easily, but Dallas ended up sort of being that team. They went to Super Bowls, they won Super Bowls, and they got better, and the Lions just kind of went up and down and up and down and up and down.
I couldn't agree more. Terry, we got to go to break. When we get back, mailbag, everybody in the chat, get your questions lined up for myself and Terry. But before we go, I need to tell you about Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. I highly recommend you get to I highly recommend. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, my whole, voice just went away for a second. I couldn't even say anything.
It's about time.
Anyway,
Puberty.
I guess. I highly recommend you get to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men near you and let them treat you like a king, too. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, relax. Watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, they'll have you looking game ready. Get to Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Everything that we've hoped for, finally.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Greg Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Counting down the hits until Miggy hits 3,000.
High drive, way back the other way, and gone! Cabrera hits another one.
The summer of Woodward Sports is here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And if I may, we have a very special surprise for you. Next Thursday, the NFL Draft, we're going to be live at the Brass Rail, kicking ass, having a good time, enjoying the Detroit Lions draft. Obviously, they're picking at 2 and 32. We'll be live at 7:30 till the end of the first round. Join the entire Woodward Sports family at the Brass Rail. It's brought to you by Cintron, Gypsy Vodka, and Planet Fitness. Come check us out. I'll be in my Tony Montana suit doing some cocaine. It's going to be a great time. Let's start with Mailbag Terry. Question from Spencer. Adam and Terry, how long until you start judging Dan Campbell based on his on-the-field success? Terry, I'll let you answer that one first.
I'm going to give him 3 years and just to evaluate where he is at that time. And
3 years before or by the end of the third year, you're looking at the record and saying...
By the end of the third year. Even if I thought he wasn't performing to my standards, I would be afraid to get rid of him because I know the lock he's got on that dressing room. And with the Lions, at least in the Lions of the past and the Lions of the recent past, if you get rid of a coach that they like, they pretty much go on strike. And I would be very afraid that I would bring in another guy that players still say, we can win with Dan Campbell, this is our guy, and then you get rid of him too soon, and they go on strike. That's what I'd be afraid of.
Yeah, I think the 3-year timeline is good. I still think, though, by November, Terry, this year, I'm going to have a good idea of how good of a coach Dan Campbell can be in the NFL. That doesn't mean it's out of the woods, everything is done. But I think by Thanksgiving this year, Terry, I'm going to be able to outline exactly what it's going to look like under Dan Campbell for years to come. Hey, Adam, would you rather have Cade McNamara for the next 10 years or Matt Patricia as our owner? Yeah, give me Cade McNamara. That's not even close. Why would I want a fat guy running my team? Why? I thought we agreed fat people not allowed. Would you rather have the Lions use draft capital to trade up and get a quarterback next year or look to trade it for a disgruntled vet that wants to trade or wants a trade away from his team like Russell Wilson, Terry?
Yeah, that's tough.
I would say I'd rather trade capital.
I am more willing to trade up and get that young guy.
Yeah, I'm with you because a vet, I'm gonna have to pay him tons of money. There's no guarantee that they're even going to be available on the market. Yeah, give me the young kid.
He may not want to be here.
Yeah, that too.
You may bring him in. This is my guy, and he's like sucking on his thumb, saying, "I don't want to be here."
You're not wrong there, man.
This is not utopia for NFL players.
Yeah, I'm with you. Terry. How many quarterbacks go in the first round? I see Pickett to the Panthers and Willis to the Saints only. I'm going to say 3 quarterbacks go in the first round. I think the most you'd see is 4. 4 would be pushing it, but I think 3. I think the Steelers are going to take a chance on somebody. I believe the Saints will take a chance on somebody, and I expect Matt Rule to panic and go quarterback at number 6. That is the reality. Hey, Adam, if I show up to the draft party, are you going to kill me? If not, should I drive 2.5 hours to come to the party? That's going to be a late night drive for you if you do come down. You won't be home till like 2:33 in the morning. So I don't know how much you can drink.
Well, assuming he stays the whole time.
Well, that's assuming he stays the whole time. But Jared, I won't kill you. All right, fine. I won't kill you. I'll be friendly, and but there are no guarantees that I won't kill you. I can't guarantee that. Let's see. Spencer and Easy aren't fat. They're just heavy. No, they're fat. You guys are unbelievable.
What do you say to that, madam?
Stop trying to be so nice to people.
What do you say to that, madam?
Eat a fucking salad.
There we go. Okay, maybe drop one of the words out, but that's fine.
Unbelievable. Look, you can do whatever you want with your body. I'm not judging you. But don't sit there and tell me that people on TV that are obese, that are modeling, that's a good thing. We're promoting high cholesterol and blood pressure issues, and also we're freaking promoting diabetes. What are we doing? We're so stupid in this country. We're so afraid to criticize people.
I'm fat for sure.
Thank you, Spencer. I love you, man. I'd still smash.
Here's what I'm told. You're not supposed to comment on anybody's body, even if it looks good.
I don't care if it looks good or bad. If you have diabetes, that's not good. I want you to live. I don't care if you're fat or what. Like, I don't care how you look. Your health matters. Stop being a fat ass. Get on a treadmill and eat something, I don't know, eat 2,000 calories a day instead of 5,400. Jesus Christ. We got to go. That's it for today. It's an eventful Thursday. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Fish is very excited. Maddie's very excited for Friday.
Adam has a special outfit for all of you tomorrow.
I have a very special outfit tomorrow.
Are you actually going to wear it?
A Detroit Tigers theme.
Weren't you supposed to wear it today?
Huh?
Weren't you supposed to wear it today?
Fish, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
No.
You just said you were...
No. I changed the plans. I make the rules
I'm going to throw
here.
something at this kid. Fish, shut the hell up. That's it for today's show. I'm going to kill Fish after.